Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Herbert will give this one to Ekeler. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL with Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength. He's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with him.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Ekeler to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Off the play fake to Ekeler, it's Herbert.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
That seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Noah Gray, his sixth touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Chargers, nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for L.A. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run here with Eckler. Shifts by him and able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Herbert now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Derek Nottie on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now
2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling. Touchdown, Chargers! A great play there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Chargers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. On the move to his left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Play action. It's Herbert. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 17, Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Mecole Hardman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now a dump off here complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he's got Rome. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Herbert. This is the tight end, Njoku. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Herbert back to the air.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Rosas good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Joey Bosa in on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last says, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. We call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They started on the ground with Eckler. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Herbert. And he'll find Hall.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. 7 yards the pick up there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chiefs' 28-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
The design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky. Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. David Njoku with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. tailback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Mahomes to throw it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 18.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going, because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
The Charger drive about to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
6-yard brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Herbert now. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. It puts him in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So, for the Chargers, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year.